Hey, what's up guys? Mike Patrick. In this video, I want to answer a really quick question, okay? That'll give some perspective. How was Hebrew Israelites already in America, okay, before the transatlantic slave trade? And how were we all over the place, you know, prior to the slave trade, okay? Let's look at it this way. Let's look at it from a pure scientific standpoint. All right, let's just say everybody started on the continent of Africa, right? That's what, let's just say that's Lucy, okay? That's where the first human life started at, on the continent of Africa. Now, and human life started from, let's say it's just one race, and that's the human race. And being that they were in Africa, let's just say they were all darker, okay? And then based on the environment, and then once they started to migrate to different places, to occupy different places of the land, okay, of the earth, okay, you end up in different regions of the earth, different places, okay, different continents, and then you physically start to morph, okay, based on your environment, okay? So let's say everybody starts out with melanated skin, darker skin, being that they start out in Africa, okay, where it's hot, okay, closer to the equator, okay? And then you start migrating north to populate the whole earth instead of just staying in one spot, okay? So you end up in Europe, in what we call Europe, you end up in what we call Asia, you end up in what we call North America, South America, and so on. And over the years, you start to mutate, okay? And so you start taking on different features. And then later on in history, you all appear to look like different, to be different people, but you're really all centrally from the same ancestor, okay? And so that's how you have Israelites that were in Europe, that ruled Europe for a certain amount of time before, you know, before what we think about as present European history, okay? You had Israelites in Asia, okay? Before we think of who we presently think of Asian history to be, okay? And so on and so on, and North America, South America as well. So you had Israelites all over the planet, okay? That's how you got Israelites all over the planet before, you know, just other than just thinking that they were just, you know, in Rome, fleeing Rome, and ended up in Africa and got sold into slavery, okay? It was some Israelites that were already here, what we call the Native Americans, right, who also went into slavery. Some people who may be so-called African Americans that's in America right now, who traditionally just think that their ancestors were from Africa and was brought over here on slave boats. For all you know, your ancestors could have been right here the whole time. That don't mean they didn't go into slavery, because a lot of so-called Native Americans was put into slavery as well, okay, who were already here, all right? All right, guys, that's a quick rundown on how Israelites was everywhere, okay, prior to the slave trade. Peace.